Hey, hello guys, welcome back. So, Board Bob here. So, it's Factorio 1.0. We're playing the space exploration mod. We finally made it to space last episode, and I started to set some stuff up there, and I ran into a problem that I thought I had that I didn't really have. I was setting out the scaffolding and the plates, in order to put down the lab, and I couldn't put down the lab. I thought I needed to put the plates down, and that turned out not to be the case. So shout out to Mr. Awesome 112, who apparently saw in the video that I did not fill all the holes with the scaffolding, and that was why I couldn't put it down. It's a little hard to see apparently. We're going to go up and check that out. We're not going to pull that stuff up to do it, but in the future we'll keep an eye on it. That saved me a lot of heartache, man. So definitely appreciate the heads up on that. That was awesome. So let me show you what I've been up to. Of course, I got all my crap is sorted and this and that and the other, which I try to keep it sorted, but you know, it's a little hard. So what we've done over here is, because in my thinking with regards to this, I thought we needed this vulcanite block stuff, because I thought we needed to make some more science. We're eventually going to. We're going to have to make some more science. But vulcanite, how do you get it? It's not part of the normal game. So here's what we've got going here, guys. So this monster right here is a core mining drill. And a core mining drill will give you basically one thing. It gives you core fragments. And you mine this thing. It takes a huge amount of power. It's 50 megawatts of power. You can put more than one per planet, but as you put down more than one, they go down in efficiency and what have you. So you're better off just one and let it go. So then you take that core fragment, and what do you got to do with it? Well, you got to take it over here to the pulverizer. And when you pulverize it, you get iron, you get copper, you get coal, you get stone, you get uranium, and you get vulcanite. And then you also end up getting oil, crude oil, and water. So you got to do something with all of this stuff in order to get the one thing you're after. Now, mind you, all this other stuff is usable. So that comes out of the crusher. So what we got hooked up here to the crusher is you'll notice there's not a lot in these tanks. I wasn't sure how much I'd end up getting, so I put a couple of tanks over here just to be safe. Excuse me, I didn't want it to stall on me. So I don't have a whole lot of water. I got, about 30K of water and about 6K of oil all told between the tanks. And then from there, like I say, you get vulcanite. So I've got two sorter inserters. I got one set to just take out the vulcanite, and I've got one set to take everything but vulcanite. And that one just goes into a bunch of chests, and these chests are now completely filled. So this is what I'm going to have to belt this away from here, sort it, and stick it into my system at some point. We're not going to do it right now. Not worried about it right now. And you can see how big these things are in comparison to the other stuff, by the way. Alright, so then you get the vulcanite, and it comes out, and then, because I didn't have any belts on hand at the time, I just put chests and it's stupid, but it worked. So then you put that vulcanite into another crusher or another pulverizer, and that gives you crushed vulcanite as its only product. Whereas you get, all the bunch of different stuff out of the big piece, you get just the crushed vulcanite. Well, crushed vulcanite's got a bunch of crap in it. So then you have to wash it. So you take it over here to a chem plant, and you add water, and you wash it. And what you get out is you get washed vulcanite, you get stone, and you get steam. Steam. But when you look at this, right, down at the bottom under raw, it shows ice. As two things, I guess, that'll make that stuff or whatever, or what it's composed of percentage-wise. So anyway, so then you end up with you start putting stone in a chest, And then I got some steam over here, and I got about, 2K worth of steam. And again, I wasn't sure how much it was going to make, so I put it in 2 chests. Then, once it's washed, you take it out, you put it in an assembly machine, and then you can make your vulcanite blocks. So, this is the amount of vulcanite blocks we've made. I've emptied these crates like twice. So gives you an idea. These things are going to produce a pretty good amount of minerals for you as well, or ores for you as well. So I think I'm going to put them on a belt to separate them, and then I'm going to train them out somewhere, because I'm going to, at some point here soon, make a smelting area that I'm going to train everything into from locations and this and that and the other. That's kind of the plan. So there it is. So that's getting us the vulcanite. Now, I wasn't sure where vulcanite came from, and then I saw that and I found out, but it also comes from some of the other planets. If we look at Alaz, we can get vulcanite up here. It's let me see the map. So that's homite. I think vulcanite is on here as well, if memory serves me right. Yeah, there it is. It's homite. There it was, vulcanite. It looks like copper on this thing, but it's not. Let's see what just got destroyed here. Navis, view surface. Oh, great. What? Now, how did that happen? We've got... It must not have got all of it. All right. We got to go make some repairs real quick, because that's not good. You, Navis, view surface, you exit. I'm still getting used to how to get out of these, because we're still in the map mode. Oh, we got to turn this off. That takes us back. Okay. We got to get over here and get this fixed real quick, guys. Because that's going to affect all of our production. So let's get up here. I don't know why that didn't shoot it down. I've got missile defense, so it should not have been a problem. These are all filled. Unless there was just... These will shoot down like one apiece, I guess. That is what the deal is. And it must have just got overwhelmed. Yeah, because there's 2 of them here. We must have got hit by a big bunch of rock. Let's see how many. Yeah, because this has 46. Defends an area, blah, blah, blah. Range, it takes time to recharge after up to 4 meteors per volley. So there must have been a bunch of them came in on that one, and it got all but 2. At least it got all but 2. Otherwise, that would have been ugly if it, if it got all but 2. Imagine if all 6 of them had come in, or however many it was. So yeah, so that's life. We fixed it. One of the things we got to do is we got to get around and building roboports, so that we can have roboports service all of our crap. We just haven't done it yet, but we will get to that. Anyway, let me get rid of these belts, because we do not need them where we're going. This other stuff we'll use, but we do not need that. So next thing is over here. We're going to need a lot of stone, I think. So these 2 looked pretty prime. They were sitting off by themselves. It didn't take us much to capture this little section of area. We just had to cut off here and here. So now we got more stone. We got more copper. I just went ahead and did it. And we ran our train line out. So we're good to go with our train. Our Artie is moving everything out away from us. So just wanted to show you that. While I'm in map mode, let's zoom in here a little bit, and let's enjoy the spaghetti here. Let me show you. So we got all our smelting up here. That again, our copper's starting to get low. We're gonna have to start bringing some more copper in. Our iron's still keeping up. Our steel's still keeping up. So then we got, just our basic gears and stuff that we started out with. Some coal here. Here we're making walls, we're making glass, we're making bricks. We're making ammo that we're not using anymore. We're just using it for science at this point, other than a little bit that we carry with us. Making our red and our green, because you know this thing kind of is almost a timeline of our progress. Making our belts, our inserters, our pipes, our health packs. So then we start getting into blue science. Down here we've got our all our fluid manufacturing. We're still living off of this one oil patch. We're gonna have to expand that at some point too. Now something I had to do down here is I started barreling everything. And the reason I did that is because the science in space requires some barrels. It requires water and lube so far. So we're apparently making water-soluble lube in space. But we got to get it up there somehow. I don't see some kind of a tanker rocket. It looks like I have to ship it up in barrels, and then I have to unbarrel it, and then I have to send the barrels back there, etc., etc., etc. But anyway, so we got to start sending water and lube up to space. You know, so there you go. So now here we got our battery manufacturing. We're making our accumulators and such. I had to add some extra cabling because I was stupid and put cabling on the bus rather than making it local, but whatever. So then we got our green circuits going, and then they're making they're making furnaces and tracks and such for purple science. And then up here we're making greens and reds and greens to make blues. And then we're making our space stuff. So there we go. This is the spaghetti, man. And then of course our plant's going well. It's nighttime, so the solar panels are off. It's running the pumps, you know, that way. I did belt coal over. This turns off during the day, but at least now we don't have to worry about the water running out. We got a crap ton of fuel. I don't think we're going to run out of fuel for a while. Both of these chests are filled, obviously. We're going to have to start making nukes at some point just to start using some of this stuff up. So there you go. So let's go on up here and I'll show you what I did for NASA. Because we've got our own little NASA space program going up here now. That's why copper's crammed, because I just finished setting this all up. You'll see how long it takes to save now. Takes for freaking ever, because we got 2 planets discovered. We're going to start discovering more here soon. Apologize, it's a little dark. By the time we get up here, it'll probably lighten up. So what we got going right here, we're making satellites now, because for every satellite we send up, we get a little bit of science. We also seem to discover a planet. The two times I've launched, I've discovered planets. So I don't know how many planets we'll find, but we got 2 more planets. So we're making satellites. This thing is ready to go. We are going to send this up. We're going to make it automated so that every time it's ready, it goes. Now that we've automated all the stuff that goes in it, we just got a chest here because you don't get much science from it. So we're just going to automate this at this point and just let it run. So off it goes. And let's see what we end up getting. Alright, so we got... So we discovered another location, Sanctimonium, huh? So let's see what this looks like. Orbit, view surface, not much there. Of course we got our things, and then let's see what Sanctimonium looks like. What was No, not Uma Thurman. Dang it, what was the name of the character from Dusk Till Dawn, the head vampire lady? Santa Monica, or yeah, some demonic name kind of thing. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, that kind of sounds like, reminds me of that. So beryl. We got beryl here. We got copper. We got copper. We got iron. We got coal. We got stone. So we could start a little colony here if we had to. One of the things that I did do is, was it this one? Yeah, I had this go ahead and scan. This one's a lot smaller than the other one. This is a lot smaller than Navis. So yeah, so let's stop the scan on this one. And now that we got this one, let's do a surface scan. And we'll go to the map and we'll watch it real quick. See, so this is why it takes a while, because it's going to scan the whole map. That's why it also slows the system down. Now this one, we'll see how big it is. We're not going to sit here the whole time, I don't think. I just figured I'd show you what the scans do. Oh, we got uranium too, and we got oil. So this one, we could, if we had to get away from the biters, we could go here. Let's see what the threat level is. Threat level is 0%. Not as good on solar, but that's okay. So if we had to, I guess we could run away. So there we go. There's that. So now, show you what we got here. So we got our rocket, and this is what I'm saying. It gives you one astronomic science pack, not the whole bunches that you get, in the normal game. So then, now we got our rocket that we can send cargo up, we can send space stuff up, what have you. We've also got, our landing pad for when we come back. We've got a delivery cannon, which seems to indicate that we could send packages to each of these locations. Now the thing with it is, I think you have to have one of these catchers first, though, because if you don't have a catcher, I don't think it works. So we have to make a catcher and put it on each of those planets, and then we can send up these little basically mortar rounds. But you're limited on what you can send from the looks of it. So maybe this is a way to send up water or what have you. But if you look, we can only send one stack, 10 barrels at a time of water. And these things, they're pretty cheap to make them, but they're not, they're not cheap. They add up after a while. So if we were sending them on a regular, that would start to use up a lot of resources. If we'd have to do it for just water. Whereas we can send one of these puppies up and fill this bastard up with water if we, and send just a flight of water. So yeah, we're probably going to end up doing that instead. So hang on just a second. Oh, excuse me. Dan. Sorry about that. So, since we're going to have to be using this a lot, I decided we better get it automated. So this right here is all the pieces, parts that are needed to build that sucker. We went ahead and set up a construction site that's doing that, and then those all come together up here, along with the other stuff that we need from the other places that we were already manufacturing, and they make these rocket parts, and that goes on up and just fills it up. The other thing we need is liquid rocket fuel, which we get from solid rocket fuel, which we're already making down in our refinery. And then that goes in here. Now, one of the things I want to do, and I don't have the stuff for it. See, so these will just keep right on going, and we'll see what we get, and that'll fill that up. Now that's going to start using up a lot of resources. We'll see. But one of the things I want to do is, let's make 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make one of those. What else do we need? We need plates. We want to make 2 of those. So now we got another planet discovered. I wonder how many planets we'll find. We'll see. At some point that's got to run out, I would assume. Alright, and then we want to make... Let's make 10. Alright, so we're going to make some straight pipe. We're going to make some bendy pipe. We're going to come down here and we're going to grab a pump. And what I want to do is, because we have to wait on this thing to fill with fuel, which means we have to wait on this to process it into liquid fuel. What I want to do is I want to come up here and I want to attach 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that should give me... Shit, too close. If we put that there, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, this needs 50K plus or minus a little bit of fuel. Each of these tanks is 25. So that should give us 2 rocket loads of fuel, right? So then if we take out of here, right, and put it in, that'll start filling that up, and then we just got to power the pump. And I measured this all out before. That's how I know it fits, because I measured it all out, checked it. So that should start filling up these tanks, so we won't have to wait anymore for this sucker to fill up. We'll just grab it and go. All right. So let's get rid of the stuff we got in our hand here. Where can we get rid of these? We can get rid of them right there. Now we can keep no, we can't keep the pipes because we can't use the pipes either. So the pipes we can't use them in space. You have to have special pipes for space, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna put them there so that we don't have them in our hand anymore. We'll get them when we come back. All right. So when you go into space, you need breathable air. You need life support, right? So when you use it up, you get life support canisters that are left over. You can put leftover life support canisters into one of these life support facilities. Use water, and it'll make an empty, clean life support container, right? And then you can put that into life support, and then that'll give you life support canisters. You put coal in water or fish and trees in water. And then the same on this side. In order to make an empty canister from scratch, you have to have a secured canister, and then you have to add blue circuits to it. So we've got blue circuits coming in, and that makes fresh ones. This will take our old ones and make it there, so we can go roundy, roundy, roundy. And then here we are, we're making new ones. All right, so now we have all of our NASA crap. This is all of our stuff to get us into space on a regular basis. So now we can go to space. So we need stuff up there because there's nothing up there on that platform except the starter stuff that we had up there. So what I did is I figured out what I need for different things. So in order to make this, we've got a bunch of different stuff that we've got to make, right? And we've got to make it in space manufacturing facility. So the space manufacturing facility requires to be made. You can either make it in a space manufacturing facility, which kind of is, redundant, or you make it in a space assembly machine. So I made some space assembly machines because we can make them down here on Earth. And then I made enough that we can make 2 of these space manufacturing machines, except for the cosmic water, which we have to make in space. So how do we make cosmic water? Well, cosmic water is made in a decon facility. So now we need a decon facility, which you can't make on the ground. You have to make it in space. So we have to take the materials up to make the decon facility. So I gathered up enough resources to make 2 decon facilities and 2 space manufacturing facilities in space, because we need both of those up there. So those are here and here, right? And then we got one more thing. I'm trying to think of what it was that you have to make up there, that you can't make down here, and I can't remember what exactly. Oh, now I remember what it is. These can be made up there. You have to make them in space, so we've got enough to make 2 of those. This can also be made up there. And did I take enough to make that? That's the one I don't. Does not look like I did. Okay, so that's the one I still need to grab. We need to grab, and we're going to bring enough for 2 of them. So we need 200 processing units and 80 low density structures, because the assembly machines I should already have. Yeah, I got a bunch of them. So we need, like I say, 200 processing units and 80 low density structures. So let's grab those real quick. Luckily we're making them. Alright, there we go. Take the rest, put them back in there. Right, and I made speed module 3s and put them in here because this is really slow, these 2. So rather than wait for them, I just went ahead and did that. And then we need 80, right? One, two, three, four, 5. There we go. Alright, so now we have enough of those that we can make 2 of these supercomputers in space. Because we need this to make our supercoolant, to cool our supercoolant. We need this to be able to do our supercomputer. Pipes, you have to have space pipes. You can't use regular pipes. You also have to have space transport belts. You can't use regular transport belts. So what I did is I went through and gathered everything else up that I need. So we got all the stuff we need for that one, got all the stuff we need for that one, including the water barrels and the lubricant barrels, woohoo, that we're going to need in order to create the water stuff or the whatever this cosmic water is, in order to make the next level of thing. But then we're going to get waste, so we're going to have to wait for the waste. And then we have the pumps and stuff for this one. I'm bringing up extra scaffolding so we can build. I'm bringing up a cargo rocket silo. We probably won't set that up yet until we have enough space, because we're not going to be sending rockets from there. We're just going to come back down for now. I do have a landing pad. I have one of those delivery cannons, and I have a chest that I'm going to put up there. I also made, I think there's more capsules in the other thing. I'm taking up some assembly machines. We're taking up some basic parts in case that we'll leave all this stuff up there that we can use. We're going to take some solar panels and some accumulators. We're going to take some inserters and stuff. Those it looks like we can use up there. We're taking up extra water and extra lube because we're going to have a party. We're definitely taking up life support canisters so we don't run out of air. This is an experiment. One of the things you can send by delivery cannon is stacks of 10 solid rocket fuel. Since it was something that was easy to make, I'm going to send you know, five of them back, what have you. That or coal, one of the two. I haven't decided yet which. We may leave the rocket fuel up there. I'm taking 400 of each science since we need it up there in the thing anyway. And then this is all extra stuff. I'm taking, you know, we're going to take it all up there. We'll have it. It'll be there in case. Why do we have so much extra rocket fuel though? I don't need that much rocket fuel. Let us do this. Let's get rid of some of this rocket fuel. We don't need that much up there. So, now here's the thing. I don't have one of these cargo landing pads up there, so it's going to put us somewhere up there. It's not going to put us next to the thing. We found that out last time. I think once we have this, it'll land on that. I hope, you know, whatever. So, I don't want to lose any of this stuff. So I'm thinking, I tried to limit myself that I didn't have too much. That I had enough, but I didn't have too much that I couldn't carry it all. Is what we're trying to kind of do, because we don't want to waste things. But I know it's not going to all fit. But because we don't have logistics set up yet, we're going to take advantage of that fact. And we are going to use our logistics to grab the rest of it. So now we've got it all fit, right? In theory. So we'll see how this ends up working out. Is that everything we want to take? Is that... Okay. So here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and try this. Oops. We better take our suit, I guess, huh? That's something we didn't think about. Now, since we're going up in space, and there's no biters up in space, let's leave our spacesuit here. That'll give us one more extra room for stuff. Why did it have... That's weird. Where'd we get the ammo from all of a sudden? I don't know. That's strange. Okay, we still got all of that. Is there stuff in our suit that we didn't... Because suddenly now we have extra room. Or do we? Yeah, we suddenly have extra room. Why do we have extra room? I don't know. Alright, well, I'm not going to complain about having extra room. Maybe this has more room. I don't know. Don't know. All I know is I think we're ready. So we're going to go ahead and get in rocket. Yep, we're still good. Just wanted to see what our time is. So, Navis orbit, general vicinity, because we don't have a landing pad. Rocket is all filled, blah, blah, blah. That's where we want to go, right? We want to go to Navis orbit. Okay, so we're good to go. So here we go, guys. And it's going to immediately start building and start fueling that sucker up. See our fuel levels dropping, which means it's fueling that one up. Yeah, it's already filling it up. Cool. Alright, so this is going to scatter us in space. Right? And we don't know where we are. Alright, there's the space platform. So, our bots have gathered up all of the whatchamacallits. Should we gather up this junk while we're here? Well, we got to grab this guy. But the question is, should we gather up our junk? Now, because we've got bots, I think we can do this, can't we? Yes, we can. Ay, yay, yay, yay. Why did we suddenly leap forward? It's like we were stuck on something. Alright. We can only grab so much scrap, though, apparently. Okay, that's all the scrap we can grab for now. Where is... Alright, we're headed to it. Somebody remember where we parked. Alright, if we hit this right, we should latch onto it. Good. Okay. Now. We can get rid of the destruction planner. There we go. Okay. So now, let's put some of this crap in this chest. And then let's go get the rest of our crap that we left over here, if we can find it. It was over by this, wasn't it? Alright, there was that. Okay, there were 3 walls. There's the 3 walls. Okay, there's the rest of our crap. So yeah, like I say, the whole Ruins mod doesn't work out too well up here. But we'll just pretend that that stuff doesn't exist, and we'll ignore it. Because that would be cheaty to do otherwise. Alright. So we're just going to pretend space is empty and nobody hears you scream. Boom. Okay. Let's get rid of the rest of this stuff. And we're working on a time crunch here. I mean, we got time. I got 100 of these, and they're what, 10 minutes a piece. So that's 1,000 minutes. So we have a little bit of time. We don't want to sit on our laurels though. All right. So now, what do we want to set up? We want to go ahead and grab our stuff that we need to make our things that we need to make in space, right? And hopefully, oh yeah, and then this stuff. Hopefully everything came with us. Right? It should have, because it was in our suit. So the first thing we want to set up is we want to set up this cargo pad. So let's go over here. Get back on solid ground here. And let's try and keep it consistent, I guess, with the looks here, sorta, maybe. So if we do it as a big piece, we shouldn't run into the problem that we ran into before, I hope. We'll see if this works. Alright, so here's our landing pad. Get out of the... Yes! Nice, man. Thank you. Definitely appreciate that, Mr. Awesome. Thank you very much. You are, sir. Alright, so let's put this down. I'm going to give myself some space to work, because we're going to probably take stuff out of this thing, because this thing has an inventory. So as things come up, we're going to take stuff out of it. Now the other thing I want to do is I want to put down one of these delivery cannon things. Will that fit there? Did I leave my... Yes, I did leave myself enough room. Alright, so there's the delivery. Let's go over here and put the actual well, almost. Alright. Let's, now this should be interesting. Let's see. Oh. Huh. Oh, it got rid of the... Oh, no, I got the plates back. Okay. Whew. So pick the plates up. That's nice of it. So can we put the plates down there? Okay. I don't know why we would, but whatever. Alright, will this fit? Alright, so you can go part on the plates, part off the plates. Nice. Alright, so now let's do our test. Whilst we're here, we got 6, we can do 5. Let's do our test. Alright, set destination. Novice, right? That's where we live. So it's got to charge up, what have you. Okay. And then we're going to do coal, right? And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can send 5 packets of coal back. Let's see what this thing does. Oh, that's kind of cool. Now it's using up power. So we've used up our power. We've got to wait for it to charge, apparently. I didn't catch what that says. I'll have to go back and look at the video and see what that says. But that in theory, we get back down there, there should be 5 pieces of coal down there, right? Can we sit this here? Get it out of our inventory? There we go. Alright, cool. Okay, so there's that. Now we need to build this manufacturing stuff. So what is it that we need to build here? Alright, first things we need to build. And we have manufacturing plants, so we got to put one of these down. Alright. And then in this we can build one of these. Except we need cosmic water to do it. Cosmic water. Oh, wait. No. Cosmic water has to be made in... Cosmic water has to be made in a decon facility. So we have to make a decon facility. And that can be made in an assembly machine. So first thing we need is a decon facility. Alright. So we need, let's do this. So we need 6 engines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 40 low density. We didn't bring any pipe. No, we did bring pipe. Okay. And we did bring pumps. Right? Not that it needs pipe. Okay. It needs 40 pipe. So. $40 pipe. 1 chem plant. I know I brought chem plants. So, where's a chem plant? One chem plant. I didn't bring any of these, I don't think, because I think we have... Yes, we do. Okay. How much do we need of that? 1. This is pretty powerful stuff, apparently. Alright. Oh, that's a little big. Alright, we're going to have to make space for that. We're going to end up rearranging shit. I see it now. Because I don't know what connects to what. This is all going to be new, experimental stuff for me. Alright. Is that big enough? That's big enough. Alright. Leave ourselves enough room for pipes or whatever. Alright. So that gives us that. Now, that we can make this. But we have to put inputs into it. So that's a come out, get out, get out. Gazinta, gazinta. Right? Alright. So can we hook that up there and that up there and have that undo water? Or do we want to... You know what we might want to do? If it'll fit, if it'll take it. That's what we brought these for. Put that there. And that there. And then we can put... Alright, that won't fit there. Can we move this over 1? Yeah, that'll move over 1. Oops, wrong ones. That cannot build on empty. Okay, so apparently I have some empty space there. Oh wow. Okay, there you go. So that right here looks a hell of a lot like this. Only that's an empty space. There it is. Okay. So then we can put that down there, and we can make this untank water, right? And then have that go there, and we can have that go into water, and that should start going into alright, so we are going to need a gazinta and a gazouta. Right, and then there's water. Now what we're going to have to be real careful of is like on land, if we pick this up, the water in it goes away. That could be a problem up here. Because we've just shipped all that water up here, we don't want to lose it. Alright, so then we want one for this. And this is going to be our space lube. Right? And then we're going to want same thing. We're going to want a gazina and a gazouta. A gazina and a gazouta. There we go. So now we'll have places to put. And there's our space lube. Now we need to have one for our space water, right? Our cosmic water. We're making cosmic water, guys. Woohoo! Alright, so cosmic water will allow us to make this sucker. We just need an assembly machine to make it in. So that is that. And then we need 32 engines. 28, 9, 30, 31, 32. We need 8 heat shields. We need 80, 50, 75, 80. We need 8 fast inserters. Fast inserters. Oh, I know it's in the way. We need 4 space assembly machines. All right, so that gives us that, right? And then that will give us these 2. So now we need room for this puppy. And we don't want to crowd things, because if we start to crowd things, we won't be able to run pipes and stuff. So let us I don't know if we can pick this stuff back up later, but what we'll end up doing is, rather than trying to keep these fancy walkway things, we'll probably fill the whole damn thing in. And then we can pick stuff up and move it as needed. Alright. So this sucker, look at all the inputs and outputs on this thing. Keep it away from our science lab in case we need to go bigger. Alright, so this, we're going to make these. So now we need that. How many? 200. 200. 4 engines. Where's our engines? 1, 2, 3, 4. 40 pipe. 20. Oh. What was it? 4. 40 pipe. 4 pumps. And then we need 20 steel. Then we need to wait for this to save. All right. And I think we want 2 of those because you got to pass it through twice, I think, for it to work. From what I was looking at. Alright, so there's 2 of those. Now, we need supercomputers. So for supercomputers, We need 100 chips. We need 40. And we need a space assembly machine. And then we want one more. Because I said I was going to try and do 2 of everything. So let's do 1 more of these. I think we have enough stuff to do it. I think I brought enough stuff up. I think. Let us look. Oh, we gotta do it in that. Okay. Yep, that'll make 2. That'll make a second one. Alright, so now we have it. And there was something else we were going to make a second one of. Was it this? Do we have enough stuff to make a second one of those? Yes, we do. Okay, that was... Because I said I was going to make 2 of everything that I was going to make on this trip. Because we're going to put them in the chests. Alright, there it is. So we got... Now we got a bunch of barrels. And I believe there's certain things that we need barrels for. So I think we're going to leave the barrels up here. How are we doing on lubricant and water? We got 3K. It's not showing how much water we got. I guess we got no water in it. All right. So, if we send them up in order to fill those, can we belt? All right, you know what? Like I said, I think we're going to end up doing this anyway. Let's just do it and be done with it. It's probably a waste in some regards because we're having to send up extra stuff. But it's only materials, right? You gotta be careful when you let go of the space station. Okay. And let's fill in this side too. Because what I want to do, since we now have that, right? What I think I want to do because if we need to move this, we can pump it out. We got pumps. We can pump it out and we'll pump it out. So we want to go all right. We don't have filter inserters with us. Do we have? Yes, we do have filter inserters with us. Awesome! So we're going to tell this one to pump out a water barrel. We're going to tell this one to pump out a space lube barrel. Put the space lube and the water in there, and that'll fill those tanks up, right? And then when we send them up, it'll just automatically unload it. And it'll start filling these tanks. I don't think we need to tank up or I don't think we need to bottle up our space water yet. But that'll give us our stuff to feed our factory to make our space water. Right? Right. Okay. Now, in the interim, since we don't have the ability yet to make space solar panels, we're just going to let this tank up while we are not here. Right? And I believe I was smart enough to bring accumulators. So now, if we click on this sucker, yep, they're charging. That should give us enough to charge all this stuff. So let's here's what we're gonna do. All this other crap, I don't think we're going to set up the rest of this stuff yet until we figure out what the hell we're going to build. We're going to do it on paper first, I think, before we come up here and waste our life support systems. Is I think what we're going to do. We're going to take the scrap back with us, because what the hell. We're going to take these back with us, because what the hell. We'll leave the rocket fuel for now. We'll leave the science for now. As a matter of fact, I think this was the... Yeah. We'll set that up to put it into the... Alright. I think, in theory, we should be able to send up water and lube and fill these tanks from afar. Do we have any more tanks? I thought we brought up... Yeah. Let us. I think we need more water than we do lube. So let's double up. Let's do that. There we go. All right. I think we're okay, right? Because eventually what we need to do for this science is we need to make these. And we're going to figure out, now that we know what this stuff looks like, how to connect all of this, because we need all this space manufacturing stuff to do this. So I think we've got a handle on it, guys. We're looking at right at an hour at this point. I guess because that's charging. All right, you know what? Let's grab some more solar panels. I think we have more. Let's just fill up on solar panels. Right? We can always pick them up when we come up here. Stick down all the solar panels we can. And then we'll stick down all the accumulators we can. And let them all just charge while we're not here. We're on the belt, we can't move. We're trapped. I gotta get the belt resistance going, because this is insane. Dang it. I gotta get the belt resistance thing going. We'd have been there all day. It'd been like a treadmill. I get enough exercise jumping to conclusions. I don't have a jump to conclusions mat, but I get enough exercise that way. All right. Will that let us go past it there? Yes, it will. Put that away. That won't let us go past it, but we can probably get out this way and go around. So yeah, we're gonna have to pull out some graph paper at some point, and I think that's the advantage of the flat solar panels. They probably give you more power, but it looks like they also allow you to walk on them, so you're not wasting space. All right. I think we got everything. We got this set up. We're going to be able to send water up and lube up and fill these tanks from the ground without maybe having to go up. We may still have to go up. I don't know. But at least we'll have that, you know, as an advantage with us. All right. Let's go ahead and get back down to the planet. Before we run out of life support. Alright, grab that up. Put it back in there, and it'll already be ready. Now what is this holding up on? Oh, rocket control units. Okay. So yeah, these are slow. And it's probably killing our thing. So maybe we're not going to do... It's launched twice. Maybe we'll just not auto-launch. Maybe we'll just launch. We'll just leave that as... We'll just not auto-launch. Until we get our production way up. Alright, guys. There we go, man. That was like way freaking cool. Let's put our spacesuit away. Oh, yeah. See? It gives us more space. That's why we suddenly had more space. That's awesome. We can take more shit up with us. Okay. That's something that's going to be handy to keep in mind. Alright. So, there we go, guys. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to go figure out how the hell to build and how we're going to set this up. All right, bye.